Village President Khokhar, the Village Board of Elected Officials, and the Village of Glendale Heights are proud to present the annual State of the Village Address for 2021. The Village has great leadership with 8 elected officials, starting with Village President Khokhar, Village Clerk Marie Schmidt, District 1 Trustee Bill Schmidt, District 2 Trustee Mohammed Siddiqui, District 3 Trustee Michael Light, District 4 Trustee and Deputy Mayor Pat Maritato, District 5 Trustee Chester Pojak, and District 6 Trustee Mary Schroeder. In 2021, the Village of Glendale Heights elected a new village president in Khokhar and also welcomed a new District 2 trustee in Mohammed Siddiqui. Village President Khokhar and the rest of the Village Board of Elected Officials worked with staff and other community members on their many goals and objectives. One of Village President Khokhar's first and proudest achievements was the revamping of the Real Estate Transfer Inspection Program. He quickly created a committee with elected officials, the Community Development Department, and residents of Glendale Heights to improve the process of selling and purchasing a home in Glendale Heights. This committee helped create an improved real estate transfer inspection program by better identifying the list of code violations deemed life safety versus non-critical. Life safety code violations are considered critical code violations that need to be addressed in a timely manner versus non-critical code violations which are deemed informational for the purposes of the real estate transfer. Another proud accomplishment for Village President Khokhar and the Village Board was creating a new nepotism policy for future employees of the Village of Glendale Heights. The entire Village Board believes in fair hiring practices and ensuring the right people are selected for the job at hand. Village President Khokhar and the Village Board of Elected Officials will continue to work together to stand true to the Village motto of being a proud and progressive village for all people. They believe in working together, coming together, and growing as a community. Thank you to all of the hardworking staff, volunteers, committees, and commission members of the Village of Glendale Heights who work with our residents each and every day to ensure our residents' needs are met. The Finance Department is charged with these primary responsibilities: maintaining the financial records of the village, providing for the safeguarding of assets, responsibility for billing of water and sewer services, responsibility for the management of the village's purchasing functions. In reviewing the audited results of operations for fiscal year 2021 and comparing them to the previous year, the value of total village assets increased by $10 million. Rising to $187 million from $177 million. Total revenues also grew from $54 million in fiscal year 2020 to $57 million in fiscal year 2021. This is in spite of the effects caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. In fact, sales tax revenues, which fueled 24% of total general fund revenues in fiscal year 2021, were actually up from the previous year. How did this happen? It was in thanks to steadfast efforts encouraging economic development and having a diverse mixture of sales tax generating businesses such as automobile dealerships, grocery stores, big box home improvement stores, and a large medical equipment supplier. Sales tax revenues have grown by more than 28% since fiscal year 2015. Additionally, in fiscal year 2021, the village's general fund finished the year with a fund balance position of $15.6 million, its highest mark since 2011, exceeding both the level recommended by the Government Finance Officers Association, or GFOA, and the amount established by village policy. Regarding water billing and consumption statistics, the village billed 753,248,000 gallons of water in fiscal year 2021. This represented an increase from the previous year's billing of 751,584,500 gallons. This past year, around 106,000 individual water bills were issued from this division, totaling $9,738,350.12. A major project involving the replacement of nearly 8,900 water meters and meter reading devices village-wide was substantially completed in 2021, with only a few meters remaining to be changed out. These new water meters replaced failing and sometimes inaccurate 20-year-old devices and also improved operational efficiencies. We are also expecting the release of an app that residents can download onto their smartphones to monitor water usage and set alerts. This software is due to launch in the second quarter of 2022. The Purchasing Division managed a total of 51 bids in fiscal year 2021, compared to 58 bids in the prior fiscal year. The village strives to purchase at the lowest possible cost, consistent with the needs of the user department. With supply chain issues becoming more commonplace, the purchasing division was challenged to seek out alternatives to ensure sufficient resources were available for smooth operations throughout the village. As 2021 drew to a close, the village did approve a small but necessary increase in the property tax levy, the first increase in 3 years. Overall, the village's share of property taxes amounts to less than 11% of the total property tax burden. The impact of the increase to residential property owners amounts to about $31 annually. On June 10, 2021, the GFOA awarded the village with a Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting for its 2020 Annual Comprehensive Financial Report, or ACFR. This is the 38th consecutive year in which the village has received this award. The Certificate of Achievement is the highest form of recognition in the area of governmental accounting and financial reporting. On June 23, 2021, the village was recognized by the Government Finance Officers Association with a Distinguished Budget Presentation Award for its fiscal year 2020-2021 budget document. This marks the 8th consecutive year in which the village has received this recognition. Both the budget and ACFR documents can be found on the village's website. The GFOA has established a code of ethics, and as finance officials, we are committed to these core principles: integrity and honesty, producing results for our community, treating people fairly, diversity and inclusion, reliability and consistency. Our police department employs a combined staff of 90 personnel, including 51 sworn police officers, 5 part-time officers, 4 community service officers, records clerks, crossing guards, and an evidence officer. The department also oversees a strong volunteer pool of 18 individuals who are members of the Emergency Services and Disaster Agency, or ESDA. We are very proud of the Glendale Heights Police Department for maintaining the Commission on Accreditation of Law Enforcement Agencies, or CALEA, accreditation. The police department earned their first accreditation in 2008 and was most recently reaccredited for the 5th time in 2021. CALEA accreditation serves as the gold standard for public safety agencies. Our police department is one of only approximately 800 law enforcement agencies throughout the country who have earned CALEA accreditation status. CALEA standards are rigorous and ensure the department is following best practices in law enforcement. Part of the CALEA standards require the police department to review each incident in which force is used, ensuring that our officers are using the appropriate response for the situation and within legal parameters. CALEA standards also ensure that citizen complaints are investigated thoroughly and in a timely manner. This year, the police department equipped every supervisor, patrol officer, community service officer, and detective with body-worn cameras. In addition, every patrol car was equipped with an in-car camera system. The police department chose to move forward with these implementations ahead of the Illinois state mandate expected in 2025 to demonstrate our transparency to the public and to hold all parties accountable during an investigation. The police department is dedicated to its mission and working with the community to continue building relationships and trust. In 2021, the police department helped organize and participated in many events for all ages to continue to build relationships throughout the community. For over 25 years, the police department has held week-long classes at Safety Town for children 5 to 7 years of age. The classes are held over the summer and taught by officers from the police department as well as representatives from other community organizations. For children in 5th through 8th grade, the police department hosted the 13th Annual Junior Police Academy. Participants experienced various aspects of police work from the initial testing process to evidence processing, traffic stops, and officer safety skills. Our state-certified school resource officers spent the school year teaching drug abuse resistance education, or DARE, to 5th grade students and addressing school-related concerns. The police department also has an agreement with Glenbard High School District 87. One Glendale Heights Police Department officer rotates daily between Glenbard East, West, and North. The high school liaison officer provides security to the schools, investigates police-related incidents in the schools, assists with extracurricular activities, and works with the department in developing positive relationships with our high school-age students. The police department also strives to keep our residents informed of important crime prevention tips by sponsoring neighborhood watch meetings and providing a monthly newsletter. In 2021, the police department continued to rotate the monthly neighborhood watch meetings at various venues throughout Glendale Heights. This has allowed the police department to communicate more intimately with residents and learn about concerns affecting specific neighborhoods. The police department continued to provide training to local businesses and places of worship on active violence awareness. This training provides employees and residents options if a violent event occurs within their vicinity. In the fall of 2021, we held our 23rd Citizens Police Academy, which offered our residents an opportunity to get a realistic view of police work through instruction taught by officers from the Glendale Heights Police Department. Many of our officers did a number of fundraising initiatives, including the Polar Plunge, Coffee for Champions, and No Shave November. All of the money raised from these programs was donated to the Illinois Special Olympics. Officers also participated with the Brittany's Trees event, placing 41 holiday trees throughout Glendale Heights. The money raised from the sales of Brittany's Trees goes toward the Sudden Arrhythmia Death Syndromes Foundation. The police department sponsored the village's 23rd annual National Night Out in August of 2021. National Night Out is held to raise crime and drug prevention awareness and strengthen our police and community partnerships. We want to thank many other community groups who help make this event a huge success each year. The police department also hosted Movie with a Cop held in July, August, and September. The annual police-sponsored fishing derby occurred in October. Kids of all ages gathered at Lake Becerra to eat hot dogs and see who could catch the biggest fish. In December, the police department hosted our own Shop with a Cop event to assist local youth with purchasing Christmas presents for their families. The police department raised enough funds to take 11 kids shopping. Police officers picked up each child at their residence and drove them to the police department, where they enjoyed donuts, hot chocolate, and a tour of the police department. Officers drove the children to the Glendale Heights Target store, where upon entering the parking lot, the police emergency lights and sirens were turned on to make the kids feel like celebrities. Target team members greeted the children and officers, and the shopping began. Target team members helped wrap the gifts for the children at the conclusion of the event. This annual Shop with a Cop event is truly a special day for both the children and the officers. The police department and its Emergency Services and Disaster Agency continually conducts intruder drills with all schools in the village. The village also renewed an agreement with Milton Township Community Emergency Response Team, or CERT, to help train new Glendale Heights CERT members and provide ongoing training for current members. Joining forces with Milton Township CERT allows the village to tap into their extensive volunteer pool of over 1,000 CERT members in the event of an emergency. The police department continues to train our officers to the highest standards. In addition to the monthly online training, officers participate in hands-on training with scenario-based role play and subjects such as de-escalation techniques and crisis intervention. Every eligible sworn officer has been trained in the Crisis Intervention Team, or CIT. This training provides a community-based approach to improve the outcomes with encounters of those having a mental health crisis. Officers also attend specialty training such as evidence recovery, proper use of force, lead investigator, and mental health awareness. The Glendale Heights Police Department maintains transparency by sharing crime statistics with residents. In March of each year, the police department publishes an annual report available on the village website. This report will provide residents with a detailed breakdown of the previous year's crime statistics. The Community Development Department focuses on maintaining and improving property values within the village by encouraging economic development, evaluating development proposals, issuing business licenses, performing construction oversight, licensing rental property, inspecting property when sold, and monitoring property maintenance. Economic development continues to be a priority in the village. Increased economic development improves property values, increases the tax base through property tax and sales tax, and lessens the tax burden on all property owners, as well as gives area residents more opportunities to shop and eat locally. The Community Development Department worked with several developers and businesses in 2021 to open new businesses and construct new developments. The Plan Commission conducted 19 public hearings to consider new businesses. The public had an opportunity to review proposals and participate either in person or online. The village board then made a final determination on each proposal. The village welcomed 46 new businesses in 2021, including Breeze Gaming, ProStat Corporation, Millennium Auto Sales, All Pro Electric, AmeriCoastal Ventures, Ray's Electronics, Associated Material Handling, and many others. Over the past several years, the village worked to address an area along Army Trail Road that includes significant outdoor truck storage on unpaved surfaces and other offensive uses that have negatively affected the surrounding neighborhood. The village board approved a 142,000 square foot and 153,000 square foot business park development on this 20-acre site. The developer obtained permits and the buildings are now under construction. There is already a tenant for the rear building, even though building construction is not yet complete. Significant redevelopment also continued to occur along North Avenue. The new 116,000 square foot business park development at 760 East North Avenue was completed and is being marketed. Meanwhile, there is one tenant, D.H. Pace, in the new business park building at 1 East North Avenue, with another tenant anticipated in early 2022. In addition to promoting economic development activity, the Community Development Department also monitors existing property in the village to help protect and improve property values as well as the safety of its residents. Staff identifies property maintenance violations, licenses and inspects rental property, conducts real estate transfer inspections, is liaison to the Plan Commission and Property Enhancement Committee, processes business licenses, video gaming licenses and entertainment permits, ensures compliance with stormwater management requirements, and conducts a variety of other duties. The Community Development Department reviews and issues new business applications and coordinates the reviews with the Fire District, Police Department, and Public Works Department. The department also processed business license renewals for the 509 businesses and 72 home occupations within the village. In 2021, the Community Development Department received 3,134 building permit applications for industrial, commercial, and residential construction. A vast majority of the building permits are for residents who are making improvements to their homes and increasing property values in their neighborhoods. Staff reviewed the permit applications and conducted inspections to verify that work performed complies with national code standards and ensures safe structures. The department also issued 26 permits to utility companies to conduct work in the public right-of-way. The village issued licenses to 1,471 single-family home rental properties and 3,757 multifamily units in 2021. Staff works with property owners and tenants to ensure that the rental units are properly maintained through the licensing and inspection process as well as the Crime Prevention Partnership Program. Through this program, the village provides property owners and tenants a manual and training seminars about their rights and obligations to comply with the law. This program is important to deter crime and help protect property values in the community. The Community Development Department staff also works with residents, developers, and contractors to address complaints, provide information, and assist with zoning, building, and flooding questions. The department also provided zoning verification letters and floodplain information to property owners upon request. Staff assists residents with flooding problems and minimizing floodplain insurance requirements. Staff responds to service requests from residents as well as identifies property that is not properly maintained and contacts owners to request that violations be addressed. Although majority of property owners address violations, if not addressed, staff issues citations to require that property be properly maintained. Staff also works with management companies and homeowners associations to ensure that common areas and buildings are also maintained. In 2021, local road infrastructure was improved throughout the village as part of the in-house road program, overlaying Garland Court, Brahms Court, Avalon Court, and Westburg Avenue. The project involved the removal and replacement of deteriorated and structurally damaged curbs and sidewalks along with base repairs to the roadway before the new asphalt surface layer was applied. The in-house road program undertook the repaving of over 6,321 square yards of surface roadway and the replacement of 100 linear feet of curb and 2,000 square feet of sidewalk. The sidewalk removal and replacement project was undertaken on approximately 4 streets in the village. The purpose of the project was to replace structurally damaged and hazardous sidewalks. Another aspect of the project was to preserve the mature parkway trees by elevating the replaced sidewalks over the root system of the trees rather than removing the tree itself. Street Division staff responded to 21 snow and ice events throughout the 2021 winter season, plowing and de-icing 76 center lane miles of roadway and 147 courts. The Streets Division also responded to 28 separate flood control events, including clearing of storm inlets and streams to alleviate standing water on roadways. Additionally, the division responded to 249 work orders throughout the year and undertook over 2,875 Julie locates for buried utility services. The Streets Division pursued a variety of training opportunities, including equipment safety procedures, confined space entry and entry rescue, public roads de-icing, salt calibration, hazardous communication policy, pollution prevention for MS4, lockout tagout, and NIMS, National Incident Management System, training. The Engineering Division ensures the village upholds all local, state, and federal mandates, including stormwater management compliance and erosion control inspections on active construction sites. In 2021, the division reviewed over 190 permit applications, including engineering drawings and stormwater reports. The division provided contract supervision and construction observation for large road projects. One such project was the 2021 Motor Fuel Tax, or MFT, road program, which included the reconstruction of 8 streets at a total cost of approximately $2.7 million. This project involved road construction with curb and sidewalk repair, as well as drainage improvements. The project completed Windy Point Drive reconstruction, which was accomplished in various phases beginning in 2014. The village's contractor continues to maintain vegetation in the East Branch DuPage River Tributary 1 Stream Bank Stabilization Project. Invasive species are removed and native plants are added to create a healthy and sustainable stream bank area. Besides offering stabilization to the creek, the vegetation improves the habitat for wildlife and helps to filter pollutants from the water. The overall creek improvements included stream bank stabilization, dredging, vegetation management of invasive species, and the planting of new trees and shrubs. The project is now in the phase of planting and managing native species, which will continue for a total of 5 years. This project previously received $400,000 in Community Development Block Grant, or CDBG, funds. The department also made an application to Chicago Metropolitan Agency for Planning, or CMAP, for assistance on bicycle and pedestrian route planning in the village. If selected, CMAP will provide technical consultants to prepare a bicycle and pedestrian plan. This could lead to further projects to create bike routes in the village and potentially connect to regional bike routes. 3 applications for further CDBG funds were also made by the village for future water main construction projects. The construction will take place during fiscal year 2022 to fiscal year 2024, depending on grant funding. The 3 grants are for a maximum of $600,000 each, a total of $1.8 million. The water mains to be replaced will be located at Norton Avenue and East Schubert Avenue, Jill Court and Maryland Avenue, and Cambridge Lane and Westchester Drive. Together, the 3 projects will be approximately 1.5 miles of new water main. The village's wastewater treatment plant, or WWTP, processed over 2 billion gallons of wastewater this year within Illinois Environmental Protection Agency, or IEPA, guidelines and regulations. The WWTP was successful in passing the annual Discharge Monitoring Report Quality Assurance, or DMRQA, testing as required by the IEPA. This testing ensures village laboratory procedures and methods meet or exceed the standards set forth by the Environmental Protection Agency. The EPA requires that a certified operator oversees the WWTP. There are 4 levels of certification in Illinois. The village's wastewater treatment plant requires the highest level of certification be a Class 1. The village has successfully trained staff, and currently there are 3 Class 1 operators on site, as well as 1 Class 4 operator. The IEPA performed an inspection of the plant in 2020, and the IEPA has had no comments regarding the operations or maintenance of the plant since. Past inspections have resulted in favorable comments from the IEPA for the village and its staff for operating and maintaining a wastewater treatment plant that has consistently exceeded IEPA expectations. Capital improvements continued at the wastewater treatment plant with the rehabilitation to digester number 2 beginning in August of 2021. These improvements will improve plant efficiency in producing better solids processing as well as allowing for additional capacity for nutrient removal. In addition to the digester project, the non-potable water system has been replaced by Joseph J. Henderson & Son Incorporated, who is the general contractor for the digester project. The non-potable water is used throughout the facility for the cleaning, lubrication of equipment, and operating the belt press for solids removal. The system was past its useful life and had been experiencing structural failures. Through its membership in the DuPage River Salt Creek Work Group, or DRSCW, the village participates in the implementation of a chloride reduction program to improving local stream water quality. Additionally, the DRSCW is preparing a nutrient implementation plan for the village and other municipal members, which will identify measures and projects to reduce offensive condition impairments and meet applicable dissolved oxygen criteria. The Fleets Division is continuing to make changes with its large truck purchases over the last few years. The village is now purchasing Peterbilt trucks with stainless steel salt spreaders and asphalt dump bodies. The upgrades will allow the village to utilize these vehicles for 12 to 15 years with a possible longer life expectancy. Public Works has taken delivery of a 2022 Peterbilt snow fighting truck. This is the sixth Peterbilt in the fleet. Over the past year, Fleets has performed a Vactor water pump rebuild, saving the village $11,000. The proposal for the same work from Standard Equipment to rebuild the pump was approximately $14,000, whereas the Fleets Division was able to spend just $3,000. Large Truck 659 required an in-chassis engine rebuild. An outside organization quoted over $10,000 to perform the same repair, and by doing it in-house, we were able to save $8,600. The village's water infrastructure was improved in 2021 with the replacement of approximately 4,500 feet of water main on Glen Hill Drive from Armitage Avenue to Bloomingdale Road, including a short section on Armitage Avenue, Park Court, and Glen Hill Court. This project was partially funded through a DuPage County Community Development Block Grant. This project included the upsizing of water mains from 8 inches to 10 inches to provide fire hydrant flow in the area and added new main line valves and fire hydrants. Also completed this year was the lining of water main at 3 hard-to-access locations in the water distribution system: Bloomingdale Road from Fullerton Avenue to Montana Avenue, under Bloomingdale Road from Maryland Avenue to the west side of Bloomingdale Road, and Glen Ellen Road from Regency Drive to Marquardt Middle School property. Additionally, as part of this project, a new 10-inch water main was installed under the recently lined storm sewer culvert pipe at the Reskin Park north entrance. The cost of these 2 infrastructure improvements to the village water distribution system was approximately $1.6 million. Utilities division staff continued to perform maintenance to the public water infrastructure system by responding to 21 water main breaks, 12 fire hydrant replacements and repairs, 38 B-box repairs, 11 mainline valve repairs, as well as booster pump station maintenance. In-house projects and maintenance to the water system continued with the flushing of 691 fire hydrants and painting of 190 fire hydrants. The Illinois Environmental Protection Agency mandated water sampling was completed, and we are pleased to report that all IEPA sampling resulted in no violations or water quality issues. A water leak detection survey was undertaken by Water Services Incorporated. The survey resulted in identifying 9 leaks, 7 of which were identified as fire hydrant leaks, and the remaining 2 leaks were water main valve issues. Utilities division staff repaired all leaks found within the system. Additionally, a portable leak detection system and equipment was purchased through the water meter replacement project and deployed this year to monitor specific areas of the water distribution system known to have frequent water main breaks. This system will allow the Utilities Division to monitor and schedule the repair of leaks before surfacing, reducing the loss of water and need for emergency operations. Preventative maintenance to the village's sanitary sewer collection system continued with the jetting of 294,925 feet, or 55 miles, of public sewer mains. The Payson Circle Lift Station retrofit project was completed in February of 2021. The addition of smart run pumps and controls allows the lift station to run at a more efficient level and provide the village with energy savings. A sanitary sewer main lining project started in December of 2021 in the North Avenue catchment area and will line approximately 6,650 feet or 1.25 miles, of hard-to-access sanitary sewer mains ranging from 8-inch to 18 inches. The purpose of this project is to eliminate unwanted inflow and infiltration, or I&I, of rain and surface water into the sewer collection system, ultimately ending up at the village WWTP. Utility staff responded to a total of 71 private sanitary sewer backups. Of the 71 responses, there were 38 private service routings, 23 private sewer excavations, and 33 were only to jet and clean the village sanitary mains. Glendale Heights Golf Club generated just under 25,500 rounds of golf for the 2021 calendar year. Golf was and still is viewed as a safe outdoor activity during the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic has brought out a lot of new golfers and re-sparked an interest in those who had left the game. The clubhouse was reopened for indoor dining in March but had maximum capacity restrictions of 50 guests. Face masks were required for all staff and guests. However, guests were allowed to remove their mask when actively eating or drinking. We were able to return to hosting parties with food and beverage restrictions as outlined by the Illinois Department of Public Health. The golf course hosted only 17 events since indoor dining resumed. In June, the maximum capacity restrictions were lifted and we were allowed to resume normal food and beverage operations, with buffets being allowed, but face masks still being required for all staff and guests unless they were actively eating or drinking. The golf course hosted 81 events since June with the capacity restrictions lifted. This makes 98 total events for the year, with a typical year of events just under 400. Some of our annual events had to be canceled or modified due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The events that were canceled were the second fish fry dinner and Easter and Mother's Day brunches. The spring fling did occur, but we had to modify the event with no indoor dining for breakfast or dinner. The Charity Golf Classic was moved from its originally scheduled date in June to a date in September so indoor dining could be a part of the event. The Charity Golf Classic was a huge success despite moving to a new date, as the event benefited 4 charities: Make-A-Wish Illinois, the FOP Lodge 52 Community Enrichment Fund, the Glendale Heights Chamber of Commerce Scholarship Fund, and the Glendale Heights Foundation. Glendale Lakes continues to be the home golf course to 5 area golf teams. The schools that use Glendale Lakes as their home course are Glenbard North Boys and Girls, Glenbard East Boys and Girls, and Glenbard West Girls. Each of these teams hosts their home matches, tournaments, and some Illinois High School Association, or IHSA, postseason events. Needless to say, this was a year unlike any other, pivoting each time COVID-19 restrictions loosened or tightened. We are hopeful we can get back to providing full golf and banquet services to the residents of Glendale Heights in the near future. The Center for Senior Citizens offers comprehensive senior citizen resources and serve the needs of senior citizens. Although the COVID-19 pandemic has affected some of our programs, the center is open 5 days a week, and amenities include a library, game room, arts and crafts room, full-service salon, fitness room, and community room. The center also offers innovative programming, information sessions, social events, and exciting trips. The Center for Senior Citizens promotes fuller, stronger, longer lives. The 2021 theme was, "We are stronger together." This theme encompasses our finally being able to be together after a challenging year that started with our doors closed to the community. While not all of our members were comfortable coming to the Center for Senior Citizens with the ongoing pandemic, we had 2,539 program registrants throughout 2021. We added many new fitness classes such as Tai Chi, yoga, and a variety of low-impact chair exercise to address all fitness levels. We held in-person social events that included an ice cream social to finally celebrate our 10-year anniversary a year late. In addition, our seniors enjoyed a costume party for Halloween, learned some new recipes in a cooking class, and held a wonderful holiday party with the help of Glendale Lakes Golf Club employees and the leadership team of the village. There were 150 attendees at the sold-out holiday party. Our partnership with the DuPage Senior Citizens Council, or DSCC, allowed us to continue to support the nutritional needs of our senior citizens. The DSCC utilized the Center for Senior Citizens Kitchen to provide 18,139 home-delivered meals to senior citizens within Glendale Heights and surrounding communities, and prepared 2,366 meals for senior residents to pick up here at the center. The Parks Division is responsible for maintaining over 254 acres of parkland and more than 20 sports fields and playgrounds. They are also responsible for approximately 6,000 park and parkway trees. The biggest project of 2021 was the redevelopment of Camera Park. A groundbreaking ceremony took place in April of 2021. The project includes a new playground, fitness stations, challenge course, splash pad, and a disc golf course. The disc golf course was one of the first projects completed in the spring and was quickly utilized by various players. The entire project is expected to be completed in the spring of 2022 and will provide residents of all ages state-of-the-art recreational activities. This has been an exciting year for the Recreation Division. As COVID-19 restrictions loosened, we were once again able to provide the residents with a variety of recreational activities. In 2020, the Sports Hub had to cancel events, programs, classes, and sport leagues due to the pandemic. We missed our patrons, and we are so happy to see you all again. After a year-long break due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Path Before and After School program started in August of 2021 with 113 participants. Preschool has returned, and the little ones are participating in educational activities. Youth soccer, baseball, and softball leagues returned in the spring, as well as our adult softball and basketball leagues. The GH2O Aquatic Center was open again this summer, starting out with a reservation system, and then returned to normal operations with over 8,400 visits. The Glendale Heights Dolphins swim team practiced daily and participated in virtual meets. Swim lessons operated as normal with over 250 participants. It was a warm summer, and we hope you had the chance to splash into summer fun at the GH2O Aquatic Center. Some special events had to be canceled this year due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but a few were offered as vaccines became more available and restrictions began to loosen. The first event was the Mother-Son and Daddy-Daughter Dance. Moms, sons, dads, and daughters were able to participate in The Greatest Show. Participants enjoyed a delicious meal, witnessed magic, and ended the evening with a special dance and a souvenir to take home. A new event added this year was the Back to School Bash. Harvest Fest returned, which included a fishing derby, chili cook-off, bags tournament, hot pepper eating contest, gauntlet of wings contest, hay rides, as well as fun and exciting activities for the young ones. The Recreation Division offers a variety of programs and trips and continues to strive to offer new and exciting programs each year. If you have an idea for a program or class that you would like to see offered at the Sports Hub, please stop in and speak with one of our recreation supervisors. So much has been accomplished in a short amount of time by Village President Khokhar and the rest of the Village Board of elected officials. With many goals set both short-term in 2022 and long-term in the coming years, we are excited about the potential for the Village of Glendale Heights. Without the help, support, and efforts by village staff, volunteers, committee and commission members, and the residents of Glendale Heights, we would not be able to move the village forward. Every day we are reminded that we are all here to serve the residents of Glendale Heights, and we are all part of this great community full of rich history and values. Village President Khokhar and the Village Board of elected officials are excited about what the future holds. Residents are invited to join the entire Village Board on the first Saturday of each month for coffee and chat with the Village President and Board at the Center for Senior Citizens. Please do not hesitate to contact any of your elected officials to attend various programs and events that happen throughout the year. And as always, Village President Khokhar's door is always open, along with all of your elected officials if you ever need anything. We are here to serve you, the residents of Glendale Heights. We look forward to continued growth in 2022 and the many years ahead.